Today you will learn how to factor a quadratic where the lead coefficient is other than 1. Step 1, we want to make sure our quadratic is in the proper order, where the exponents are in descending order. In this particular quadratic, it is not. So let's rearrange some of these values. I'm going to rewrite this as 12x squared plus 22x plus 20. The next step is to determine if I can factor a GCF out of these three terms. I also notice that my lead coefficient is negative, and if you remember from the previous video, we always want to factor out a negative value. So looking at these three terms, I can factor out a 2, so I'm actually going to factor out a negative 2. So we're going to write negative 2, and then we're going to set up our parentheses, and we will get 6x squared minus 11x minus 10. The expression that's in the parentheses is what we are going to break down and factor even further. We're just going to bring the negative 2 down as we factor. So I'm going to write negative 2, and then I'm going to write my 2 parentheses. And again, my focus is on the lead coefficient. I need to come up with the factors there, and my C coefficient to come up with the factors there. The factors for 6 are 1 times 6 and 3 times 2. The factors of 10 are 1 times 10 and 5 times 2. I do not know which order or which pair I should take, so I need to use my guess and check method. I'm going to try the 3 and the 2 as my lead terms, 3x and 2x. And then I'm going to try 5 and 2 as my constant factors here. Using my shortcut FOIL method, I'm going to multiply my inner terms, and I get 10x. And I'm going to multiply my outer terms, and I get 6x. If I add them together, I get 16x. If I subtract them, I will get 5x. I still did not make my negative 11x. So I will be using different factors. I'm going to just change the constant factors for now. So let me just switch the order of it. Let me put 2 here and 5 here. And using my shortcut FOIL method, I get 4x. And 3 times 5, I get 15x. If I add these two together, I will get 19x. But if I subtract 15 and 4, I will get my 11x. Because I need to make negative 11x, this needs to be a negative 15, which comes from these two terms. So this must be a negative 5, and this must be a positive 2. Let's use our FOIL method to double check to make sure we factored correctly. 3x times 2x is 6x. 3x times negative 5 is negative 15x. 2 times 2x is 4x. And 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. Combining the like terms, I get 6x minus 11x minus 10. And remember, I had that factor of negative 2. Distributing it, I get negative 12x plus 22x plus 20, which is the original quadratic that I got. My final answer is written in this form. This is how you factor a quadratic where the lead coefficient has a value other than 1.